Hey everyone, it's Rita, welcome back. So today we're gonna do something a little bit different. I've been wanting and really needing a new makeup storage. My makeup right now is stored, I'll show you in a minute, in kind of like this little dresser of 3 drawers. So yesterday I stumbled upon something at IKEA. I went with my best friend to look at stuff for her, ended up picking a piece for me. So in reality, I wanted to pick up a piece from Anthropologie, but it's been sold out for the longest time. It's gonna be available back in October, but you cannot beat the $1,000 plus taxes that I was gonna spend at Anthropologie to $80 that I ended up spending at IKEA. So my husband is a no IKEA for life. He hates IKEA. He thinks it's just throw out furniture that you really don't need. So anyway, whatever he said, I kind of like ignored it. I just wanted to get my makeup collection in one spot where it would actually fit, because my actual drawers right now are just all over the place. Stuff is just on top of each other. It's just driving me insane. So anyway, today we are going to, you can probably see that bald head back there. That's my husband, and we're going to test our marriage, because they say that if you can put together a piece of furniture, then you should be good with your marriage, or something along those lines. So today we are going to attempt to put this furniture together. It's one of the, it's the Alex, I believe, 6 drawer. It's that one. You'll see it in a second. I'll put a picture here. So we're gonna get to doing that. Step 1 in putting our furniture together is going to be to remove our biggest baby out of the box that he's just sitting on. The furniture. Oh my goodness, that's a good. So the thing about our biggest baby, so Pinto, the one that Michael is holding his hand, if you are sitting next to him or just close to him, he needs to be putting his hand on top of you. So he'll just, like, you can see him right there. He just wanted to constantly pet him, so it's gonna be kind of challenging right now to get this together. And while the boys are working, I am sipping on a cup of English breakfast. No. Yes. So it's actually the Alex 5 drawer. I thought this was going to be the best one for what I wanted, because I wanted to be a smaller piece of furniture, because my collection is not that big, and then I was indecisive between this one and the 6th one, which is kind of like a wider one, but I kind of like the look of this one a little bit better, because I don't know, we'll see how it looks, and then I'll see how I arrange my makeup inside of this thing. Woo! Bing bing! Can we get...
Oh, this one's going now too.
Can we stop being on top of the furniture? We are all done, and by we I mean he is all done putting it together, so yay! Now we're now we're going to move this thing to the bedroom, and I'll show you how we're going to put up the makeup in here and what I'm going to do for the drawers, because I'm not entirely sure. So here is what the current makeup collection drawer looks like. It's just a little piece of furniture with 3 drawers. So there you go, and then on the very top I just keep my record player, which I'm hoping is gonna fit. It's probably gonna be a little tight on top of the other piece, but it'll be fine. And then I'll just show you real quick how I have it, since you know I'm about to change everything. It's gonna kind of like stay kind of like very similar. So on the very top drawer I have lipsticks and lip glosses and all that kind of, you know, just lip products. On the second one, it's kind of a mess. It kind of has concealers, powders, and then on this side we have bronzers, blushes, and highlighters. But things are just kind of like a little too stacked with each other. That's why I wanted to get a new piece. And then the very bottom, I just have my eyeliners, individual shadows, some brow products, and then kind of like bigger face palettes. So this is what I wanted to do, just have a drawer kind of like for each thing. So now we're just going to get rid of this, empty it out, and bring in the new one. Oh, well, yes, thank you for asking. I do have a full collection of CDs from the one and only, oh shoot, my favorite Spanish artist, Alejandro Sanz. Found our wedding photo booth pictures behind the piece of furniture. Now the furniture already in place, and the record player doesn't really fit as good, but I mean it's fine. It actually fits perfect, like, because it has some little legs on the bottom, and it just fits exactly with those legs being out. But I wanted to, or I was thinking about getting the other Alex, the one that's the 6th drawer. It does have like a wider, it's like a very wide one, but that's being so wide, you can't really pack up furniture, makeup, kind of like, it's awkward because you have to have everything like laid down flat. So I didn't know if I like that look. So anyway, I'll just start with this. I already have this kind of like insert that I use. It's just from a box that my china came in, and this is the lid. So I thought that would be a good place. I store here my drugstore lipsticks, and I have some beauty blenders that are dirty that I do need to clean, but I kind of like store just, mostly it's going to be my drugstore lipsticks. So I'm hoping this is gonna fit. Oh no! No! Oh! So that didn't fit. So I'm not gonna be able to use this box insert anymore. I did pick up 2 things at IKEA. I got this kind of like inserts that are perfect for this, and there's a long one. I got only 2 because I do have a couple of inserts already. So I have this 2, and this one is kind of like a longer one. I want to use one of this for the concealers because I have a lot of concealers, and I feel like this would be perfect for that. But maybe I can use this one for lipsticks. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try to figure out if I like this longer one or this smaller one for the lipsticks. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but I don't know. These were the inserts that I got. Probably, I'm just gonna use the longer one. Most of my makeup already has kind of like a little box insert that they're pretty old. And those are the ones that I'm gonna keep. So that's why I didn't want to get too many at IKEA. Because I knew I had these ones, and I don't know really how I'm gonna store them to make them kind of like work for me, I guess. So after hours of being with this piece of furniture, we finally finished. It took us probably like, what, an hour and a half to put together? And probably around like 2 or 3 hours almost, let's say 2 hours, to finish up with the drawers. So I am going to go ahead and show you real quick. The way I did it, I wanted to have my furniture sort of like in order of application. I do have my lipsticks on the very top just because I feel like it's easier for me. Like if I'm gonna go out and I need a lipstick, I want to see them like all together right away. So let me move that. So here on the first drawer, look at how pretty. We have our lipsticks. So they're really in no particular order. I just wanted to have my liquid lipsticks on the very front. So I have Kat Von D, Sephora, and then my NYX Soft Mattes, which to be completely honest are my favorite. And then we have the lip butters by NYX, some Revlons, and then some more liquid lipsticks, and then just random brands. And then on the very back I have here a little insert. that is going to be where my lip glosses are. So moving on to the second drawer, I wanted to put all of my concealers and powders and the little primers. So I do have all of my primers, like the ones that I use on a daily basis, or like the ones that I use the most and full size ones. I have them stored over my vanity where my foundations are. But in here I do have a lot of like little mini sample sizes, so I just put them all in here with all of my concealers and the powders. I have anywhere from loose powders, I also have some pressed ones, and then a lot of these mini size ones. My concealers are kind of like spread out. I do have some room to grow, so I do like that. So here are just concealers. I put, of course, on the very front the ones that I use the most, and in the back the ones that I use the least, or they're not like perfect color match, and some backups. And then, of course, in the very front I have my beloved Hourglass powder. I did just move the camera a little bit. I feel like this is going to be a better shot. So here we have bronzers and highlights. I have very little highlights. I like the same kind of color or like shade on my highlights, so I don't have a lot of them. Just here is a mix of a few cream or liquid and a few powders. And then the same thing with my bronzers. I have the mix between powders and cream. I don't have a lot of them, as you can probably tell. I mean, this is of course plenty. And then on the back here I just have some palettes, so my Hourglass palette, and then some other like the Charlotte Tilbury, some that are like either full highlight or highlight and bronzer. And now for the fourth one, I feel like this is the prettiest one to look at because this is going to be the blushes. So we have a couple of them that are kind of like bigger size ones, and this one that's just broke, so I keep it here because I really can't store it that way. So we have here all of the Tarte ones, and then a mix of, you know, drugstore, higher end, and then cream products are going to be standing from this one that's the Tower 28. All of the rest are going to be liquid, and then, or cream, and then here is just going to be just all of the other ones. And same thing, I do have a couple of palettes back here that are going to be blushes, and my Hourglass palette, which is kind of like everything in one. And then in the back here I have my beauty blenders, a couple of little brushes, and then some mini size of the setting sprays from Urban Decay. And for the last drawer, it's not going to be as exciting. I just have here some of my individual eyeshadows. I don't have a lot of them. Most of my eyeshadows are going to be stored in my vanity and are going to be my full size, kind of like palettes. But here are a few individuals. Then we have some mascaras. Back here we have eyeliners. I don't have a lot of eyeliners. They're just stored in this little container. They're going to be anywhere from, you know, liquid to pencil liners. And then on the very back I just keep a little basket with lashes, and then some brow products, kind of like backup brow products, and just, you know, ones that I actually use. And then lastly, I just keep two little towels here, some hand towels, so I can do some kind of like cleaning of swatches, or whenever I'm doing my makeup and I just need to wipe my hands. I just like to keep them in here because they are very handy to always have. I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to share with you how it ended up looking. I feel like I could definitely get another, maybe the same one of those or a different one at some point. But for now, my collection is just looking so much better than it was in the old piece of furniture. Everything was just a little too crowded and on top of each other that I felt like I was just using the same products over and over because I couldn't kind of like remember everything that I have. And with this new storage, I can see everything clearly, which I absolutely love. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and please subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!